Oh, how will I ever face Mother?
What's up guys, LeopoldTheBrave here, and I'm sure you've heard by now that Grand Prix have come to an end. I know I'm late, but I'm a speculation channel, not a news channel, so let's discuss some things about it. First, let's discuss the ending of the Grand Prix themselves and what it means for the future of the games. So the Gazmoxia Grand Prix, it's great, but it's the last one. No more Grand Prix events after this. However, this isn't the end of support for the game, not by a long shot. In fact, shortly after this final Grand Prix ends, there's going to be another update to include a ton of new stuff, like development times, more skins and recolors, more carts and customization content, and a brand new challenge system. There's just not going to be any more new tracks or big long monthly events. And while that is sad, as the new tracks are some of the best parts of each monthly update, they are the only thing we're going to be missing out on from now on, so it's not too horrible. Like I said earlier, we're going to be getting more time trials that are even more difficult than the Vela ones, the developer times. And a new challenge system that'll award Wumpa coins instead of Nitro points, since we don't really have use for Nitro points anymore because Grand Prix are over. And all those Wumpa coins will be pretty useful in helping us gather what else they're adding after the Grand Prix end. I'm sure they'll still be adding a ton of things too. It might not look like it from the datamine we're about to discuss in a bit, but I'll explain when we get there. Just know I'm taking the new category they added, Legendary Recolor Skins, as a good sign. So long story short, even though Grand Prix are ending and we won't be getting any more new tracks for the game, support for the game and content they'll be adding won't be ending anytime soon. Now let's get into that datamine, or datamine, whatever you feel like saying. So, Beta M did his usual thing and cracked open the guts of the next update for CTR, and there's some pretty interesting stuff here. First are the new drivers. There's Baby Cortex, Baby Entropy, and the Lab Assistant. Stick around for the entire video for when I get to my speculation and theories, because this Lab Assistant here is more important than you think. Anyways, moving on, the mystery driver who's been lingering in the past two Grand Prix got renamed once again. First he was Who Am I, then he was Who Could I Be, and now he is I am as important as the Bandicoots, so I should be the main character. Yeah, before it was pretty obvious, but now I think we can pretty much confirm that Beenox is 100% aware of these data mines and is now trolling us. It's a pretty cool troll though, because we actually don't know who it could be. Some theorize it could just be Willy Wumpacheeks because he speaks in riddles. Some theorize it could be the Viscount from Crash Boom Bang because he's an extremely minor character, so it would be a pretty troll move to build him up as if he was someone important. I don't know if anyone else is speculating this, but I did hear my friend Miharu the Fox theorize that it could be Willy the Wombat, Crash's original concept before he was the Bandicoot that we know and love today, which would be super cool to see. My speculation though is on the Crash Suit guy. He's been pretty consistently requested throughout the lifespan of the game, and back in December, he happened to get a ton of attention thanks to a little post I made about him that kind of exploded. And it exploded just days before this mysterious driver showed up in the files. Now if it does end up being Crash Suit guy, I'm not actually going to take any credit for it. It's just a really funny coincidence, and I think he'd be cool to see. Anyways, aside from that, there's not really much left in this data mine. There's a message for the dev times, which is get good. There's a new unlock method for the champion cart, which is just beating all of Oxide's times. Stuff for the Xfinity cart, that's a thing. And then a brand new skin, which of course belongs to Coco. Now this seems like a super small update, and you're saying to yourself, yeah, Grand Prix are over, so they're stepping back. But I don't think that's all there is. Not even close. And here's why. For one, this is the first non-Grand Prix content update. We don't really know exactly how it's going to work. And two, there has already been more stuff found since the initial data mine, like a brand new victory animation for Papu Papu that heavily implies he'll be getting a sumo wrestler skin. 3, stuff that was promised to us to be coming in the next update wasn't found in the data mine, like the reward for completing the dev times that the Activision blog mentioned. And finally 4, stuff shows up in the game that wasn't mentioned in the data mine all the time. For each Grand Prix, we've gotten themed wheels and themed paint jobs, unless you're the Back in Time Grand Prix, and legendary skins. However, the basic and exotic stuff are never mentioned, despite them showing up all the time. We are given the new carts in the data mines, but never given what paint jobs or wheels they come with. So we could be seeing more of those in the next update, and they just weren't listed in this data mine. As for the skins, let's go back to Rustland. The original 8 plus Nina all got legendary skins. However, there are 2 more skins not listed in the original data mine for Rustland, and they belong to Chicken Stew, because they were exotic skins. So while it may seem like Coco and potentially Papu Papu are the only ones getting legendary skins, we could see a bunch more exotic skins show up as well. And probably a ton of legendary recolors too. People assume Beenox are gonna slow down big time because Grand Prix are over, but I don't think they'd ever stop totally until each character has at least one legendary skin. Yes, even Geary. And they still have a ton more characters without legendaries to go. Plus, they're still adding more characters, so unless they want to keep updating until the end of time, I don't think they'll only add 2 legendary skins each update. It's gotta be more. Speaking of characters, I don't think they're going to be slowing down on them anytime soon either. We've been on only 1 for the past 2 months, but now they're going back up to 3. Not to mention, one of those 3, the lab assistant, is totally new. Baby Cortex and Baby Entropy's names were found in a datamine at launch with a handful of others like the Sorceress, Ripto, and Willy Wumpacheeks, which made people think that once these Grand Prix ended, they were just going to dump out these leftover characters in a single update. But, correct me if I'm wrong, the lab assistant was never in that initial data mine. He is totally new, so Beenox isn't just done in dumping leftovers on us, they're still creating new things. Overall, I think you get the point I'm trying to make though. Even though Grand Prix are over, the game isn't slowing down anytime soon. I hope you're excited for what the future holds because I have a feeling that it's gonna be bright. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time. Leopold the Brave, out.